Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mike, the host of The Mo Show, and we're here today with another edition of The Mo Show. And I have on the phone with us the wonderful Miss Michelle Denise Pettway, owner of Real Estate Systems Training Institute here in Atlanta, Georgia. And today, this is just really a conversation between two real estate experienced pros. I wanted to give our audience an opportunity to get to know who Michelle is. And Michelle also has a great topic that she wanted to have a conversation with me about, and that being multiple streams of income, especially for real estate professionals and small business owners. And I said, hey, I have to get you on the phone for us to talk about that for my audience, because I don't think many people realize that as a real estate professional or as a small business owner, you can still have other streams of income outside of your main profession so that you can make money while you sleep. You can't close on houses while you sleep, but Michelle says that there are ways that you can make money while you sleep. And so I want to give her the opportunity to inform us on that. But before we get into all of that, Miss Michelle, how are you doing today?
I am doing fabulous today. How are you?
I'm doing good, and I'm doing even better that I have you on the phone. The times that you and I have interacted have definitely been a pleasure, and so I'm looking forward to more of that today.
Fantastic. I am too.
Good. So what I want to do is I want to give you just the platform to tell my audience who Michelle is and what she has going on.
Okay. Well, Michelle is a mom. She's a wife. She is a realtor. She is so many things. She's an instructor and the owner of a real estate school. She's a woman that loves God and serves God, and she's a friend, a sorority sister. She is many people.
Wow, you're a powerful woman, and I think you have a woman's empowerment breakfast going on tomorrow, and it lines up so perfectly. But we'll get into that a little bit later. You mentioned mom. How many children?
I have two children, two daughters. Stephanie, who's 25, and Tiffany, who is 23.
Wow.
And they are the loves of my life, doing great things and just beautiful young women. So I am so proud of them.
Wow. I know they are proud of you, too. I'm sure they are ecstatic to see. So. Oh, I'm sure they are. I'm 30. I forgot how old I am. I'm 36. And at that age, I would have been. My mother was a great woman. My mother, she's in the health field. But if I had a mother who was a strong, second mother who was a strong, empowered woman like you and an entrepreneur, I would have been smiling too. So I'm sure that they are. You mentioned that you are a real estate broker as well. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I'm really super excited about that aspect of life. I've been in real estate since 2001, and while teaching is my true passion, I wanted to do more. I am a person that loves to help other people. I love to help other people grow, and I love to inspire other people. And so I decided after a conversation with a really good friend of mine, Bridget Freeman, who offered me some information on opening kind of my own team office. I decided to go and get my broker's license because I felt that would really help me as a recruiting tool when I decided to go ahead and open this team office. So I went and got my broker's license, and I left the company that I was with. I had been with them for many years, an awesome company, but I had a vision of doing something different, something bigger, and something better for me.
Okay.
So I then opened Michelle Pettway and Associates, Palmer House Properties, and I was able to have some people who really believed in me, who supported me, who were realtors, come on and almost immediately join my team. So
Got you.
I'm really excited about that.
Wow. And, Palmer House is a name that is a powerhouse here in Atlanta. And, for our listeners who may be outside of the metro area, just to let them know, every year the Atlanta Business Chronicle, which is the premier business news journal here in the area, lists the top 25 brokerages in Atlanta, and all these firms sell, with the B, billions of dollars in real estate, and Palmer House is on that list, and you're a part of that team. So I just want our audience to really realize that it may not be a name that they know of outside of the Atlanta area. It is a name that is definitely resonates
Quickly
very,
growing.
very strong
Yeah.
here in Atlanta. So, yeah, absolutely. Well, great, great. Um, so we talked about, you and I had breakfast the other day, working on some things with some clients, and you are supporting us with that, and we're supporting you as well with the breakfast that you have going on tomorrow. But you had dropped a little bug before we parted for breakfast, from lunch, about multiple streams of income. And I got excited, but I thought it would be great to have a conversation around multiple streams of income and to let you educate me as well as our listeners about that topic.
Well, yeah, when I decided to kind of branch out and do some things, it actually kind of happened by accident. I am definitely one who is and supports wealth building. And
Gotcha.
Actually, it just really, like I said, started to happen by accident because when I initially went into real estate, I went in for sales, and then I started to teach, and then I wrote a book, and then I started doing various other things. I was a part of a company that offered profit sharing, and it started to happen that I would wake up on certain days and through some efforts that I really didn't think about, I had money in my account that I wasn't expecting. And I said, people need to know that you don't get into real estate and just leave it at sales. Sales may not even be the best thing for you. I don't think I am the best sales agent there is. And I had to be honest with myself that I'm not the mega agent, but I do other things very well. And so I think that as people take their journey in real estate, they can really capitalize on what their niche is and create multiple streams of income around that niche. Let me give you an example. You may be in real estate sales, but you may be excellent at hosting open houses or organizing open houses.
Oh, wow.
I'm not great at open houses. I'm not the person to put it together. I am not the best at open houses. But if you are that person, then that might be your primary source of income while you just do sales as a secondary source by referrals only.
Michelle, I love you. That I thought that I was creative and connective and could put some things together, but that right there. I like that. I mean, a person could set up a business. It's just doing open houses, and they could have a network. Just doing open houses. Just doing open houses.
Just doing open houses.
Just doing open houses. So an agent could pay X, Y, and Z fee. It being nominal but reasonable.
Yeah, I'm gonna charge you a reasonable fee, but you don't have to worry about anything. I'm gonna handle all the email invitations to the open house. I'm going to make sure the house looks good. I'm going to make sure that the signs are out. I do all of that really well, so that's going to be my business.
Wow.
And from that, if I get a referral, then I'll sell a house. But here's how you take it a step further. So I'm making my money as the open house guru. That's who I am. Occasionally I get a referral, so I'm going to close the deal. But then I'm going to write a how-to book for those that don't want to do it, don't want me to do it. They can go online, download my ebook for $3.99, and they can study that and do their own open houses. That's how you make money when you sleep.
Michelle, I know we just met, but I think you and I are going to find a way to make we'll find a way to do some business together. I'll just say that. Because everything that you just said is embodied. Oh, and I want to let you know we have a caller on the line. It's actually one of our longtime folks in the real estate success family, but we'll chime in with her in a minute.
Okay.
But our sponsor, Jack Davis Realty, is a gentleman by the name of Tamon Jack. He's going to be on the panel for our first real estate success live event. Actually, the evening of your empowerment breakfast tomorrow, October the 8th. Everything that he's saying is a real estate agent needs to approach the industry as a business and not a job, and they need to have and work within a system and structure. And so he and I are working together to put, educational tools that we'll be working with you to get out there to the real estate community. So when a person enters the real estate game, they can have a game plan instead of just a license. And so what you just laid out is perfect for somebody. Like you said, they open houses, because I can tell you, I'm sure there are many agents out there who would love to be able to get up on Sunday morning and go praise whoever they think made them and come home and cook dinner and do whatever it is that they want to do within their home as a day just to rest, and knowing that they have a trusted, licensed professional out handling an open house for them. Thank you for that. That was awesome.
Yes.
What else you got? Because I'll talk for that on 10, 15 minutes. So go ahead and move it on. What else? What's another one you got?
Okay, so again, building on that, once you get the ebook together, then you get with a person like Michelle Pettway, who owns her real estate school, and say, hey, Michelle, how can I write this up as a 3-hour CE class and go around to different offices teaching it and charging for my expertise? Here we go. There's another stream of income.
There you go.
Centered around open houses. So
absolutely.
Every time you offer that CE class, you now have agents sitting in because they want your expertise. They're going to now say, here's the thing. When I started teaching, I short sales. I became the short sale expert.
Gotcha.
And I learned all I could, and then I went around teaching it. And what I found is, Michael, I charged for the class. People paid for the class, so that was income. But then after I finished teaching the class, people said to me, this seems difficult. I don't want to do it. Can I refer my listings to you?
Oh, you know what? Sure.
Absolutely not a problem.
Michelle, I'm going to have to slap you on the hand. That ain't fair. You making money on top of money. That ain't right.
But that's what you need to do. I said we're going to talk about multiple streams of income.
That ain't right, Michelle. How you going to charge them for the class? You charge them for the class, and then you took the listing. You ain't right for that. You're not right.
No.
You know I'm being funny. You know I'm being funny.
Yes. But that's what they wanted. They said, hey, I want to come in. I want to get this education. After they got the education, they said, no, I want to do this.
And you. Yep.
And I paid them back a referral fee. But they still made money, too.
Everybody won.
Investment, everybody won. So even though they paid a couple dollars for the class, they learned something. And you always need to invest in the education that's going to improve what you do. So they got the education piece out of it. They learned that I don't want to do this because this is not in my business plan. This is not the best avenue for me. I'm going to pass it on. And even when I sold it, they still got a check.
There you go. So, see, that is, I know you are a a woman who is a believer, and I always say believer. That to me just means that you believe in something bigger than you. Whoever you call it is your particular business. But I'm reading this book, and it's called The Choose Yourself Guide to Wealth by James Altucher. And I'm bad with messing up names sometimes, so I may have messed the brother's name up. But he always, in his book, he just talks about really being yourself and then giving yourself, and then you will be, your value will be multiplied times 10. So those who are, kind of Bible readers or whatever, you can see the insight into that. But what you just did is you went and educated people, and I'm sure your education didn't cost an arm and a leg. You priced it appropriately so that people could get information. Yeah, so people could get information.
We're talking $20 a class where you can get information that was going to help you grow your business, take more listings.
Yep.
So for the 50% that said, okay, I can do this, they made a $20 investment and was able then to go out and take short sale listings and increase their number of sale volume for the year. For those who didn't want to do it, they made a $20 investment, but they found someone that they can trust and refer listings to and still receive a referral check. So the class pays for itself.
Absolutely. The point I was only making is that you were, $20 is a drop in the bucket. You were giving of yourself and your knowledge, and in return, people got from you as well as you were able to prosper on the knowledge that you were giving out anyway, because you blow $20 at Starbucks in 2 seconds.
In Starbucks in 2 seconds. Well, and again,
wow.
the other part of that is I tell people that, education is key.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to invest in your education. If you're not willing to spend money to learn your craft or your skill, then, maybe this is not the field for you, but you have to be able to invest. I'm an instructor, but I pay to go see other instructors and learn from other instructors all the time. That's an investment. It's in my business plan. It's part of my budget.
Absolutely. Whew. Okay, so you and I, we got some offline talking to do about your multiple streams and how we can stream this between, because I know you and I talked and you have your podcast network going, and I had introduced, the podcast network that we have going on, and you and I had talked about some things that we could do to intertwine the two, benefit and support the two as one, just like with this call, because I know you're going to take this back, post it out there to your audience, obviously, because you're on it and you're giving out great content. So we'll talk offline about that. I know you're busy, and I know one of the things that you are busy for, and that is the Women's Empowerment Breakfast that you have going on tomorrow. I know about it, but some of our listeners may not. Can you tell them about what that is you have going on tomorrow?
Yes. So tomorrow's my third annual Women's Empowerment Breakfast, and it really is where I reach out to women in the community, mostly entrepreneurs, and I ask them to come in and just share a little bit of something about them. These are women that I know a little bit about, and usually I try to have somebody come in and speak for health, business, faith. So I try to hit some major topics and have these women come in and speak so that they can empower other women. As I was sharing with you before we got on the call, it's, when you watch a lot of these reality shows, they depict women as catty and petty and wanting to fight each other all the time, and that's not my experience. My women, the women in my life, have all been very supportive. They haven't been catty. I look to them for inspiration, and they look to me for inspiration. And so I don't get all that bickering that you see on these reality shows. I'm really not a fan of reality shows because, again, I don't think it truly depicts what we as women do and how much we really truly support one another. So that's what this breakfast is about. It's about supporting one another, about lifting each other up, and sharing information that will inspire and empower somebody else.
It's interesting that we're talking about this today, because every morning when I get up and start my day, I go out on my porch with my cup of coffee, or my deck actually, and again I read, wherever the book is of the month. And today I wrote down in the book, learn to celebrate yourself. And the reason I wrote that is because, at the end of the day, you can't look to anyone else to celebrate what it is that you're doing or how you're doing it. People will eventually catch on. Once you catch on for you, people will catch on, and they will come. You will see the benefits of your work and your efforts. But the bigger piece of that is when you learn to celebrate yourself, you can easily celebrate others. And
Absolutely.
Your Women Empowerment Breakfast is doing that for the community. And I just simply want to applaud you because, as you just mentioned about reality TV, you're right. I'll be honest with you. I don't watch a lot of TV, especially I can't watch that stuff because it just doesn't make me feel good when I watch it. It's like they're acting. They're not doing anything to uplift there's our spirit as a viewer, as well as I would think your spirit as the individual, because if you have to get on TV, and do things that may or may not be you just to make a buck, I just don't understand how that rests on your soul at night. But that's an individual person. That's an individual person. That's the beauty of this world. Do your thing.
Right.
But wow, let me ask you this question as I get ready to let you go because I know you're busy. The Empowerment Breakfast, why is that something you only doing are you only doing it on an annual basis?
I do it once a year.
Why is that something we're not doing on a monthly or quarterly basis?
I've been asked that. I've been asked to do it twice a year and even maybe quarterly. And it really is just a matter of time and making sure that I am investing enough time in getting the right people to speak. And so I need time because I watch the people that I invite to speak, or I ask somebody I already respect for a
Absolutely.
referral.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
when I bring somebody to this event, I want to make sure that I am bringing a quality speaker to the forefront. I want to endorse them, and I'm endorsing me, and so I want to make sure that's a good thing, and that's the process.
You're right.
If I started doing it, if I started doing it more often, I would just picking people, at random and pulling people in, and I don't want to. I can't think of the word I want to say, but I want it to be quality every time I do it.
And you know what?
I don't want to dilute it. Is what I want to say. I don't want to dilute the event. So I take my time and plan it, and look for the women I think are going to make the biggest impact. And then I actually was going to have a man speak this year at the event, but at the last minute he had something come up and could not do it, so he's going to do something else for me.
Okay.
But
what would you want to have him talk about?
He was going to talk about business, about real estate, and about stepping outside of the box, doing something that's uncomfortable.
You got a brother who stepped outside of the box and who knows a little bit about real estate. So if you need somebody to fill in, I'll be there filling in on behalf of our client Hardeman Homes. So if you want somebody to talk on that, as you can see, I'm not shy. I think I could give and two, I don't know if I delved into my real estate background, but when I first got into the industry, that's all I was doing. I was buying and selling. I was flipping houses. I bought a small apartment complex, and probably was involved in about 75 deals or so, and then got caught up. When everything fell out of bounds, WAMU, Wachovia, et cetera, I got caught up in that in 2007 because I just lived in an apartment building, a couple of houses, et cetera, so I was highly leveraged. But anyway, I want to bring in one of my longtime faithful listeners and supporters, because you mentioned something very, very, very good about quality. And this woman has been very, very adamant in terms of supporting real estate success, talking about the quality of the people that we have in our group, the content that we deliver. And I just want to bring her in to just kind of chime in on, making sure that when you do events that you have quality folks. So hold on one second while I bring Janet in.
Okay.
Hey, Janet, this is Mike. You're on the Mo Show. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm good. And yourself?
I'm doing good. I see you have been listening in to Miss Michelle Pettway and myself having a conversation around multiple streams of income. I wanted to bring you in, one, because I'm sure you have maybe a great question for Michelle, or maybe just some supportive information. So I'll let you do that first. And then secondly, I want you just to give maybe 30 seconds to a minute on the importance of having quality events with quality people, and to tell folks about the experiences that you had up in your part of the world with that group that you were managing. So based on that, did you have any questions for Michelle so far?
Well, unfortunately, I couldn't hear Michelle very well at all, even putting the phone to my ears. I was hearing you crystal clear, but Michelle, I was, it was either low or the just not clear at all. So unfortunately, Michelle, I really didn't hear what you had to say.
Okay, we'll be able to fix that on the playback a little bit better. But Michelle, you're still there, right?
Case, yeah.
Hold on one second, Janet.
I can hear everything clearly.
Okay, cool. But Janet, I did want to talk just briefly about like the quality, the greatness of having quality people in a small group setting to do events like the one you were doing up in New York.
You mean like my business mixer?
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about that. Just again, like I said, 30, 60 seconds about how that worked for you in the real estate profession.
Okay. So my business mixer is comprised of small business owners, no duplication. So we have, for example, obviously myself, we have a loan officer, we have an interior designer, we have a home inspector, TC, handyman, financial planner. So we have just an assortment of professionals.
Gotcha.
And what we do, we used to meet biweekly. Now we meet monthly because this has been going on for about 2.5 years. And basically we Originally, the plan was for networking, but it's become so much more than that, and we're able to, support each other in our various ventures. And what I really like about it is that, I have all these resources that I can turn to, when I want to support my clients. So, for example, I went on a listing presentation last week, and there's things that need to be done to the home before we can even consider putting it on the market. And it was just easy for me just to make a phone call and send the handyman over who went over yesterday. And by the way, and that lady was referred to me from somebody within the group. So, that's kind of, it's another, I look at it as another facet of marketing and doing business.
Gotcha.
This makes it a business within itself.
Gotcha. Hold on one second, Janet. So, Michelle.
Yes.
I'm sure, just like Janet, you have had wonderful experiences in terms of doing business with these women that you have gotten together to empower each other with. Do you have one example?
Yes. Oh, well, yeah. My first example is my keynote speaker is Deanna Turner, and she's a loan officer, and I've had the pleasure of working, contracts with her and getting them to the closing table, as well as getting to know her on a personal level. She's come in and done some training for me, and, we just kind of shared things. She helped me with networking events. So, what started out as one thing, she actually came in to help sponsor an event that I was teaching at a real estate office, and that turned into us working together with clients and turned into networking together, and now this event. So, and on top of a marvelous friendship.
Gotcha. So, with that being said, two things. One, again, congratulations. I love what you're doing. I know and I look forward to you and I getting together offline so we can identify ways that we can support and grow each other's businesses, but more importantly, make an impact in the community, starting here in Atlanta. And then secondly, I want to make a online personal invitation to you. I think that what you are doing should be done at a minimum on a monthly basis. And with the Real Estate Success Live event that I'm putting together, it's not about Mike Oden. That's why you don't see Mike Oden's name anywhere on it. You don't even see me listed as the host, because what I'm putting together is not about me. I really want real estate professionals to realize that they have a unique opportunity in this world and in the business world of being an agent, because there's so many ways that you can be connected and help people, and you grow your business as a means of that. You and I talked about it in a very small way with just the hosting specialist, for the open houses. But I would like to invite you to our event that afternoon at 4 o'clock at the Atlanta Board of Realtors. I know you know where it's at. But I would like to invite you and that conversation of empowerment to each and every month that we do Real Estate Success Live, so that it is truly about the community and the real estate community here in Atlanta, from the soft side to the hardcore statistical side, because we'll have people from both sides and aspects of the business there to share and see how we truly, truly can begin to work together and build an outstanding experience for the consumer here in Atlanta. And then hopefully, as we know, Peter has, his goal is for that experience to be delivered throughout the world. Chop, chop. So with that being said,
I know that's right.
So with that being said, it's chop, chop, which I had to look up the definition of that, which means it's time to get back to work. And I'm going to let you go so that I can go, and I will see you tomorrow morning, and I will be looking forward to getting blessed from your event. And hopefully you will come out in the afternoon and bless the audience with your presence, and as well I will allow you the opportunity to make an introduction and about whatever it is that you have going on that you want to let folks know about.
Well, that is wonderful. I appreciate that opportunity. I will certainly be there. I thank you again for an opportunity to speak this morning. This has been an awesome dialogue, and I will be sure to share it on social media. So, again, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right. No problem. I will talk to you soon. You have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was just another edition of The Mo Show, and I'm your host, Mike, and coming to you from the Real Estate Success Network. You have a great day.